Okay, what is going on? This is going to be my spoiler-free review of Avengers Infinity War. If you have seen the movie and you need therapy, like I will, I'll have a spoiler talk in the description below. However, so 10 years in the making, or 8 or whatever, because, they didn't set up Thanos till the first Avengers. But 10 years in the making for Avengers Infinity War. This is Endgame for now. And fuck, this was such a good movie. Heartbreaking, intense, everything you want from a movie, Infinity War is. And there's so much to talk about in this movie, but so much feels like a spoiler. So I'll try to keep it, I'll try to only talk about what you see in the trailer. So, the plot of the movie is pretty simple. Thanos, the big bad guy, is looking for all the Infinity Stones so that way he can, as Gamora says, snap his fingers and wipe out half the universe. It's like his thing. Like, that's his mission. And let's talk about Thanos. Thanos is such a good villain. Like, he feels like a really bad... Like, he feels like he's... Like, you just hate him by the end of this movie. Like, you're just like, you know what? Fuck you, Thanos. Like, in the middle, you're like, oh, he's such a badass. And then, like, the movie starts to progress, and you're like, okay, you're a little fucked up. And by the end, you're just like... again, there's so much that you can't say about this movie. Everybody is great in this movie, especially Chris Hemsworth as Thor. He's fantastic. The Guardians of the Galaxy, they're all great. Iron Man, Captain America. Everyone's just really great in this movie, and there's a lot of team-ups that you don't think you'd ever see. Like, you see some of them in the trailers, like, you see Captain America with Black Panther, and Bucky, and Falcon. Like, those are like, yeah, okay, that sort of makes sense. But then the other ones you see in the trailer, like, you see Tony Stark with Star-Lord, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, like, those are really great team-ups. The action, when it goes down, there's a lot of, like, really, like, small action scenes that, like, last, like, 2-3 minutes. But then, like, the big climactic battle is done really well because there's 2 fights going on at the same time at the same time. I'm not going to say what they are, but they're being done at the same time in different sections. So, like, so the best way I can put it is that there's one down on Earth and there's one up in space. You can sort of go from there. I'm not going to say much more than that. So the way they jump between both, like, to make you feel like, oh, is so-and-so going to die or is so-and-so going to make it? Like, the way they jump between both is fantastic the way they do it. I'm not going to talk about the ending in detail, but just, like, prepare yourself, because, like, Marvel's been known for movies that, like, when the shit goes down, it goes down. When I tell you that Infinity War, like, when the shit goes down, it goes down. And it is the most insane, like, last 30, 45 minutes of a movie I've ever seen. Not just Marvel. Ever. Like, it is just, no matter what you think you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. Because the way it works, the way it works is, like, they leave you with so much uncertainty throughout, like, the last hour of the movie that you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you feel like, oh, it's gonna go this way, but then it goes that way. Oh, okay, well, it's going this way. Oh, no, it's going back that way. Like, it's crazy. You cannot, there's no way anyone successfully predicted what happened in this movie. There's just no way. I'm psyched as hell for Avengers 4 now, because the way they leave this movie is, like, so perfect. Like, they want to make this movie so that you have to come back and watch Avengers 4. And they do it perfectly. Again, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, and you want to talk about it more, spoiler talk in the description. Overall, though, if I had to rate this movie out of 10, I'd give it, like, a 9 easily. It would be a 10, but, like, there's just, like, a couple of, like, little nitpicky things here that I'm just like, There's a couple of, like, really dead spots in this movie, like, that are, like, like a little just like dead. Like I said, like I'm not saying like someone's dead. Like there's like a couple spots in the movie where you're just like, that didn't need to be dragged on as long. It usually has to do with Captain America. But I'm not really gonna touch more on that. Like I can't really think of anything that's like obviously bad with this movie. Like this was one of the more perfect movies. Like even if you don't like the ending and what happens with it, it's perfect in a way because like it leaves you not knowing where they go from here. Me and my buddy that saw the movie last night on premiere night, the drive back to his house is like 20 minutes, and we spent 20 minutes being like, well, what about that? No, that doesn't work. What about the, maybe not. And like, I'm usually pretty good with this kind of shit. Like, I know where most things can go. And he said the same thing. He said when a movie ends on a cliffhanger or ends with like just craziness, like it's easy to kind of see where they're gonna go. This is the first time that I've left the movie and been like, I have no idea where they fucking go with this. There's only one end credit scene, and it's at the very end, like the very, very end, like past all the credits and everything, but it's huge. Like it sets up Avengers 4 beautifully as well. So stay for that. But yeah, overall, 9 out of 10, easily. Go see it as soon as possible to avoid spoilers on the internet. I turned off my Twitter notifications and everything just to stay away from it. Because if you even have one part of this movie spoiled, you can kind of unravel it. But yeah, if you've seen the movie and you want to talk about the spoilers, that's going to be in the description. So I will see you later, unless you click on the next one, then I'll see you in about 3 seconds.